Imagine standing in your living room, asking a simple question, and receiving a response so fast and so human that it feels like the future finally arrived. For 5 years, the smart home has felt stagnant, a series of one moment, and I'm having trouble connecting frustrations that have left us all wanting more. But as we move into 2026, the silence from Cupertino is about to be broken by a device that isn't just a refresh, but a complete internal revolution. The HomePod Mini has long been the gateway drug to the Apple ecosystem, a $99 orb that promised a lot, but was limited by the aging silicon of its time. Now, internal supply chain leaks under the codename B525 have confirmed that the long-awaited successor is not just real, but it is already sitting in warehouses, waiting for the final piece of the puzzle to click into place. Welcome back to my channel Tech Rivet for exclusive insights into the future of tech. Subscribe my channel, hit the bell icon for more tech updates. This isn't just about a new coat of paint or a slightly louder speaker. It's about the birth of the first true AI hub that lives on your nightstand. The story of the HomePod Mini 2 begins with a massive hardware leap that most people aren't talking about. While the original model relied on the S10 chip, hardware essentially pulled from an Apple Watch years ago, the 2026 model is jumping straight to the S10 silicon. Why does this matter for a speaker? Because for the first time, Siri is getting a local brain. Currently, every time you ask your HomePod to turn off the lights, that request travels to a server, gets processed, and comes back. That split-second delay is the difference between tech that feels like magic and tech that feels like a chore. With the S10 chip and the debut of Apple Intelligence in the home, those commands will happen instantly, on-device, with zero latency. This is the brain transplant that tech insiders have been whispering about for months. Retailers like B&H and Target have already started seeing inventory dips for the current model, which is the clear sign yet that the old guard is being phased out to make room for something far more powerful. But the real reason you'll find yourself forced to watch this evolution unfold is the integration of Proxima wireless architecture. Have you ever tried to hand off a song from your iPhone to your HomePod, only for it to stutter, fail, or take 5 seconds to recognize the device? Apple has finally solved the handoff nightmare by implementing the second-generation Ultra-Wideband, S10 chip. This chip doesn't just know your phone is nearby. It knows the exact orientation and distance within centimeters. This enables a new feature called spatial proximity, where the HomePod Mini 2 can automatically adjust its soundstage based on where you are standing in the room. If you move to the left, the beam-forming tweeters shift the audio sweet spot to follow you. It's a level of computational audio that was previously reserved for the $300 full-sized HomePod, now shrunk down into a package that fits in the palm of your hand. Let's talk about the aesthetic. Because while Apple isn't changing the iconic mesh orb design, they're introducing a color palette that redefines the modern home. Leaks point to a new deep crimson and a sage green. They're designed to blend in a high-end interior design rather than look like plastic gadgets. But the mesh itself is also different. Sources indicate a new acoustic transparent fabric that is more durable and resistant to the dust buildup that plagued the original models. Underneath that mesh, the internal acoustic overhaul is staggering. Apple has redesigned the full-range driver and added dual force-canceling passive radiators. This means you get deeper bass extension without the speaker vibrating off your table. In a 35-minute deep dive into the engineering, we see that Apple is moving away from just being a smart speaker and moving toward being a high-fidelity satellite. Perhaps the most forced-to-watch leak of 2026 is the secret security mode. Hidden deep within the code of the latest iOS builds is a protocol that allows the HomePod Mini 2 to act as a pro-grade security siren and glass break detector. Using its 4-microphone array and the new N1 connectivity chip, the device can listen for the specific frequency of breaking glass or a smoke alarm and immediately trigger a high-decibel deterrent sound while alerting your iPhone. This turns every room in your house into a monitored security zone without the need for a monthly subscription. When you combine this with the rumored 2026 Apple Home security cameras, the HomePod Mini 2 becomes the literal command center of the entire house. The timing of this release is also a masterstroke of strategy. Apple has been holding these units back, not because the hardware wasn't ready. It's been ready since late 2025, but because they were waiting for the Gemini-powered Siri to be fully baked. This new Siri, which reportedly uses Google's LLM architecture for complex queries while keeping personal data on device, is the secret sauce. Imagine asking your HomePod to find that email about the flight and remind me to pack my blue suit, and it actually works. This isn't the Siri that tells you, I found some results on the web. This is a proactive assistant that understands context. It's why the $99 price point is so important. Apple doesn't want to make a profit on the hardware. They want an AI-powered listener in every single room of your home to keep you locked into the ecosystem. As we look toward the rumored spring 2026 Apple event, the tension is building. The inventory of the original HomePod Mini is at an all-time low globally. Shipping dates on the Apple website are slipping into early next month. For the tech enthusiast, this is the buy or wait moment of the decade. Buying a HomePod Mini today would be like buying an original iPhone a week before the 3G came out. You're looking at a total hardware shift that makes the previous 5 years of smart home tech look like ancient history. The integration of Wi-Fi 6E, Bluetooth 5.3, and Thread 2.0 ensures that this speaker won't just work for the next 2 years, but for the next 10. It is the bridge to the Matter-enabled future where every device in your home speaks the same language instantly. In conclusion, the HomePod Mini 2 isn't just a speaker, it's a statement. It's Apple admitting that the smart home was a secondary thought for too long and that they are now ready to dominate the space. Between the S10 chip's raw power, the U2 chip's precision, and the revolutionary security features, there has never been a more compelling reason to wait for a release. We are standing on the edge of a new era where our homes actually understand us. The question isn't whether you should buy the HomePod Mini 2. The question is, how many rooms in your house are you going to put one in? The leaked midnight blue and sunset orange colors are just the cherry on top of a very powerful cake. As the production lines in Vietnam ramp up to full capacity, the world waits for that one final spring-forward announcement that will change our living rooms forever. This is the future of sound, the future of AI, and the future of the Apple home.